It's Madden NFL 20.
In the air, the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance at the man under center at 6'5". He always demands attention.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
Going right back to Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll find Metcalf. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back to throw again. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. He'll get it inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Here's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Walker once more. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in Vegas. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Point after try forthcoming. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, He's an asset to have in any offense.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Seahawks at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yards to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 63 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. They don't want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clock.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. These 2 teams all tied after 1. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now back to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. He has enough for the first down of the keeper, a gain of 6.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll look to throw.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
He completes this to Walker. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach or offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from a defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Looking to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Forgetting where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here's Michael Dixon now, the punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Second and 14. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Bind, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he works his way forward and pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Back to throw here. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the 2nd quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get it into the game. The drive starting with 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And go right back to him for 20 and a first.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw again. Open man, that's Renfro. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Ran a perfect perfect defense in this situation, it would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first, time.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense ready to go here and start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And his pass incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Back to Walker on first down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Second and 5. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They go play action here on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders have recovered. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught here by Adams.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Steps away to his left.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback. He flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw to Eskridge, complete on the out route. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll set up to throw.
Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly from 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Raiders on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Intended for Josh Jacobs, incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
The pass on first down. Fumble on the play.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's complete to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
And the Raiders first down.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
To number 41. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Jacobs shifts by him. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
14-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Josh Jacobs. A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. The Chiefs have scored again to extend their lead a bit. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped, and what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They run again with Walker, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So now London down by 16. And time, a huge factor. Somehow they need to come up with a pair of touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
That's good. Las Vegas.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So the victory here for Seattle. Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a